Tripping. Tripping with Theo Bowl.
Come on, Dre.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Tripping with Theo Bold. I'm your host, Andre Theo Bold. AT is where it's at on most forms of social media, so make sure you follow me. Boom. All right, man. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get on into it, man. I've been meaning to do an episode on this a minute ago, man. But you know, there's no better time like the present. So today, like, I'm tripping on like Dap, right? So for all my people that don't know what Dap is, they're like, oh my God, what is Dap? Right? Dap is like the hand gesture. Basically, it's like a handshake or a gesture that that people do to show whatever. Basically, it's a form of endearment, right? That's what it's supposed to mean, I guess. You know, like it's it's like you see a lot of black dudes do it, right? When you see black people come up when they first meet, they'll do something like whatever, right? That's that, you know. But like there's like levels to Dap, right? Like I probably thought about this a little too much, but it is what it is. That's why this channel is called Tripping with Theo Bold, right? Because we be tripping, you know. But me personally, right? My Dap basically says, hey, good seeing you. We cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically leaving the door open, you know, for any conversation to ensue, right? Like whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, it's very welcoming. I'm here, you know. Like basically my Dap is like neutral positive, you know. And I really don't put like a lot of thought into my Dap. Like, you know what I'm saying? My Dap is just basically real quick, you know what I'm saying? Boom, real, hey, what's going on? I might say something like, hey man, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Hey, good seeing you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's someone I haven't seen in a long time and it's good to see whoever it is, I'll even do the Dap and the hug up. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. You know what I'm saying? But man, uh Dap can be too much sometimes, yo. Let me just put this out there, man. Dap can be way too much, you know? Like like I don't like when people do, you know, the strength or the demonstrations of strength. Like them that should be, man. Like uh like it's happened less, right? But in the past, man, typically, not all the time, but typically it's like it'll be my African brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like they want to like grip your hand and show you how strong they are, you know? They be like, hey, what's up, my brother? I'm like, nigga. Like I hate that shit. Like I hate when I go and give Dap or whatever in that situation, it's like my pinky will get trapped underneath this finger here, and they're squeezing that shit, and then like the corner edge of your pinky nail gets like bent, and it's like painful, you know? And you don't know when they gonna let up, man. And they sitting there watching you like struggle, and it's like, nigga, do you see the struggle on my face right now? Can you let go? Can you ease up on the grip, nigga? I'm like, nigga, what you trying to prove, nigga? Shit, okay, nigga, you stronger than me. You got me. You got it. You can bench more than me. Hey, I'm just here to come in peace. Pause. I didn't mean to say come in peace, but I'm here in peace is what I'm trying to get at. But man, that yo, like people that do that, man. Like next time I see him, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll give him a little fist bump joint. Like if we cool and you trying to be funny about that, I'll just give you the fist bump. That to me is when you'll get the fist bump Dap from me. Like I really don't like doing fist bump Dap, but in that situation, it's like, nah, bro. I'm not trying to get my hands squoze like that. And then you got like the other big like other big dudes, man. Like it used to be a thing and it hasn't happened, but it's not bad. This is like, I don't mind this one as much as like the strong grip handshake or the strong grip dap. But um I got a few comedian friends of mine, man, where like they'll come up and they'll do it just to me, right? Because I'm even though my voice is deep, I'm not that tall, right? I'm a short little motherfucker, right? But you won't hear that from me. But now they'll do this dap where like they'll like it'll be like a hard slap, right? Like they'll come they'll pow, right? And they'll do it, right? And it like it stings, but it's like at least they're not gripping my shit. Like at least they're not trying to grip my hand off. You know what I'm saying? But it stings like that joint, and they see me coming, like they'll see me like if I like walk into a venue or something, and if they see me, they'll be like this, yeah, come on. I'll be like, ah, shit. And they say, come on, and you see him get that hand ready. Bah! I'm like, God damn. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So I prefer that than the strong grip, because the grip joint, like you don't know when they're gonna let go. And if your pinky get trapped, if your pinky nail get trapped, man, like, man. And then on top of that, too, like sometimes you got people that'll do the strong grip handshake and they'll try to do the snap, right? Like they'll like grip your hand and then do this shit, and man, it's like they'll like grip like a weird part of my fingernail or something, man, and it'll just like they'll twist that joint. And I'm like, God, like, all right, man, you got it. So that's when it's too much, right? That's when the shit is too much, man. Um, also, um, regular dap becomes too much when it becomes a performance, you know? Like we ain't trying to watch niggas play patty cake. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas being there doing all this. I'm like, nigga, what y'all niggas doing? Like, like, man, cut that patty cake shit out, man. Ain't got time for that shit. Hmm. But yeah, that's when it's like too much, yo. Like if you gotta have a rehearsal to work on your handshake, nigga, you doing too much. Right? If you gotta like practice that, like if you gotta like meet like a breakdancing crew to work on your dap, nigga, just you can do better things. You can do more constructive things with your time. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like a lot of people, um, I feel like a lot of people, not everybody, I feel like a lot of people, um, or the people that do the performative dap. Let's start naming these things, right? I feel like people that do the performative dap, I feel like they're trying to show everyone how connected they are, right? Instead of just being connected. Like I wonder, right? For all you performance dappers out there, question for you. Um, how often do you just pick up the phone and call that person or just text them, right? Like if you do all that performative dap, you know what I mean, and you don't even like hit them up. If you don't even like hit them on the phone or call them or text them, man, just work on being connected, right? Or do what you want to do, right? I'm not here to, whatever. I'm just trying to make sense of shit. That's all. Um, but yeah, performative dap is like you know, um, I don't know, like it's interesting, it's fun to watch, I guess sometimes. But a lot of people might hear me saying this and they might think I'm a hater, but like I'm not trying to hate. I'm just telling you the way I see things, Like for example, right? You got LeBron, right? LeBron does a lot of the performative dap with each of his like teammates, right? In the beginning of a game, and and it's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That performative dap is impressive because he remembers each special handshake with each player, you know? Um, but this is where, like I said, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm out of pocket. But to me, it's like when you do all that performative dap, right? Um, and then you go on the bench, or when when you're on, like, basically it just looks weird when you do all that performative dap, and then if the game ain't going the way you want it to go, then he's looking at the stat sheet for his stats individually. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you're showing, hey, we're together, we're a team. But if we losing, like, man, give me the stat sheet. Let me see what my stats are. You know, like that just looks weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like I said, I'm just talking out loud, trying to make sense of what I see. You know? But that's the thing too, right? Like that would be impressive, right? Like, because I'm not sure when LeBron started doing the performative dap before the games or with the player introductions, but it would be interesting to see like when he was with Cleveland the first time, if he did the performative dap then with players, and if he saw them same players who aren't in the league anymore, does he still like remember that dap, or do they even still do that dap? You know what I'm saying? That to me would be very interesting. You know, um, yeah, like I said, that to me would just be interesting. You know, because if he still like did them daps from all them teams or all that performative dap from like players that are no longer in the NBA to this day, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me have a slice of humble pie and shut the fuck up, right? But anyways, but yeah, but to me, it's like when people do the over performance. Like, look, if your dap lasts more than 10 seconds, man, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Um, so um, so dap can also be sign of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like the way people dap you up can be like a form of like disrespect. You know, like for example, this shit pisses me off, yo. Like when people do the dap where, you know, like you do the like if you do like a basic dap, you know what I'm saying? If you do the basic dap, and when like a lot of times some people will do the dap and they'll go up with it, you know. But the dap that really like the shit that really like insulting to me is when people do the dap and then they put my hand back in my chest. Like they do this shit, you know, like they get basically it's like, man, basically it's like they dap you, but then give you your dap back. That shit to me is like, yo, it's like, fuck, Nick, like, do we have to even do all that? Like, was that even necessary? Like, we could have just like not even that. We could have just been like, hey, what's up? And just kept it pushing. But then also dap can be a form of disrespect when like excuse me, when people come into an environment and then they give everyone else the premium dap, but then they give you the basic dap. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is also kind of like disrespectful, right? Well, it depends, right? Like if you know everybody in the room, and if I know you, like I know everybody else, and then like you do I'm not saying you got to do the performative dap, but see, there's performative dap and then there's premium dap, right? Like premium dap is like when people do the dap and they smile and they bring it in and give you a little hug with the joint, you know what I'm saying? But then if I know everyone in the circle and they come in or someone new comes in the room and then they hug and dap everybody up and hey, what's up, man? Hey. And they come to me and just do the basic shit. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I ain't shit in this group, but whatever. Um, it's kind of like that Key and Peele sketch when they did Obama when he was coming in and doing all that performative dap, and then he got to some people and just kind of either gave them a head nod or wouldn't even acknowledge some people, you know. But now I want to talk about a specific situation, man. So um yeah, so I so I remember one time, this is like kind of like a little short story, right? But there's one like famous comedian, very funny comedian. Like you can't like, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here and um take anything away from this brother. Dude's talented, funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? But like, um, man, like yeah, this dude an asshole. Like, and like I don't really like mess with him like that, or I don't really like, I don't go out of my way to um give him dap or whatever. And this is me having accountability, right? Like this is my fault, right? Like when I first came to California, um, I made the mistake of trying to uh be positive and and I tried to insert myself. I don't know why this is coming out weird, man. I'm pause, nigga. Um I made the mistake of jumping into a circle that I shouldn't have tried to jump into. You know what I'm saying? Um so basically what happened was this, right? Um when I first moved to LA, like there were some comedians that I knew like way before then, and I was at the Shaq's All-Star competition, and I saw a group of comics that I knew, and then I saw um the famous comedian, right? Because he was even like famous back then, you know what I'm saying? Um and they were all talking in a circle, and I thought, oh man, this is a great opportunity. This is my opportunity to go in here and say what's up to my friends or people that I haven't seen in a long time, and then also to introduce myself to this like celebrity comic, right? And not only that, when I lived in Iowa, I did a show with his brother, but I didn't know that was his brother at the time, And when his brother told me, I'm like, oh, whoa, I didn't even realize that y'all are brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, okay, this is my opportunity to jump in and, you know, become cool with the gang, right? Or to become cool with this clique, right? Or to be cooler with this clique. And I remember they were all in a circle. It's maybe about like five of them. They were all in a circle and they were talking. It's my fault. And I just got excited and I jumped in the circle. I was like, hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on, man? Good seeing you, man. I'm back. Hey, man, I haven't seen you in a minute. Yada, yada, yada. And then I got to the celebrity and I was like, hey, what's going on, man? Yo, man, I know your brother, yada, yada, yada. This nigga looked at me in my face and like he didn't say anything, but his face was like, man, nigga, I don't know you. Get the fuck away from me, right? And then he just kind of like walked away. And then the whole circle kind of just like spread out. It was like I came into a it was like I went into the circle and farted and everybody just like backed away. Um so that was like more than that was like 12 that was like 12 or so years ago. And then a few years after that, I go to this venue that I frequent and I see the celebrity there, but I knew better. I'm like, okay, let me not try to make him. I'm like, look, Dre, don't try to make amends. Don't try to just keep it pushing. And he was side eyeing me like, nigga, why the fuck are you here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, man, why the fuck are you? Like, I was getting that. It's like I was getting that stepson energy, or like I was getting that little bro, that little adopted kid energy. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, as time goes on, you know what I'm saying? Every now and again, like he might. 'Cause I see this dude maybe like once every week, maybe every other week, maybe. And every now and again he'll give me that, man, or like, say what's up or whatever, but it's on some like weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Then um but yeah, going back to, um feeling disrespected with Dap, right? So basically, um he's cool with like a lot of other comics or whatever. And there's comics that I know or whatever, and then he'll go around or go around and dap them up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, but then it's like I don't even go in that direction or what. I feel like I'm explaining this too much, but it's just like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't feel bad about being left out, but I just know, look, I'm not like, and it's not beef, right? A lot of people think that if you're not cool with somebody, then it's beef, right? There's like three levels, right? There's being cool with somebody, right? Then there's not being cool, and then there's beef, right? This ain't beef. It's just, I don't fuck with him, he don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but but it's like, when you see, like, when you're amongst other like comedians and he goes around and daps everybody else up, it's just like, it feels weird, Um, but there was one situation, there was one time where it was funny, right? Um, like I was at this venue hanging with some comics that are like they're on the up and up. Like they're like, they're like they're famous to me. I mean, to me they famous, but they're not like super famous as this other comedian, right? So you know, uh and I'm cool with these guys, right? And we like joke around, we talk football, talk shit, and we're just there having a good time, laughing and joking and shit. Then the celebrity comic comes up and he daps all of them up, but he looks at me and is like, he kind of felt obligated to dap me up because he saw that I was like, or he saw that I had good rapport with them. You know what I'm saying? So like when he dapped me up, it's like it was like some half-ass weak dap, but the what he said without saying it, which is weird. It's like what I felt like he said without saying it was, "All right, little nigga, I don't fuck with you like that, but I'm dapping you up so it doesn't look awkward or whatever." So at the end of the day, basically it was like pity dap. You know what I'm saying? So that shit to me was funny. And then like maybe like a few months ago, like when I see him now, it's like he does this thing, man, and that should be funny, man. Um, but it'll come up, or as he's like leaving, and I'm like, if he's like leaving, he'll just like kind of like walk past me and go, "Love." And I just do the same shit. I just do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that's uh that's like a it's like a 15-year evolution of DAP or of non-DAP, you know? But anyways, like I said, it's no beef, it's no shame. Like I said, I know like I'm comfortable with who I am, to where I don't need to feel like I'm part of a clique or I need to be in some group. You know what I'm saying? Um, but also what else, man? Um, yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So, anyways, uh, I feel like that became a way of showing status. I think it became a way of showing status, like through TV and media, right? Like, I remember like the first time, I remember the first time, like I kind of remember like that being a thing was, or performative that being a thing was like maybe like on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, right? When Will and Carlton, or was it Will and Carlton? No, it was Will and Jazzy Jeff, right? And they do that. Psh, psh, that remember that hand, like that dap. And I remember like seeing that on TV as a kid and thinking that that was cool. And I remember we were in school doing that, trying to mimic that, and then when you see like athletes and stuff on TV do it, it's like I feel like that's um it's a way to publicly show like you're standing with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or you're yeah, it's a way to like, show where you stand with that person, and it's like really they're trying to show proof that hey, look, like, we're tight or we're close or whatever it is, But really I think TV really kind of hyped it. You know what's funny? On TikTok, we have all these little TikTok challenges and TikTok dances, man. But I haven't seen anything. It'll be interesting to see if there was a DAP challenge. Maybe it's a thing. Like I said, I don't be on TikTok like that, but whatever. Um, so what makes DAP feel genuine instead of performative is I would say it's a couple of things. One, it's the location of where the dap takes place. You know, um, to me, I think that's the big key is like where it takes place at. Uh, like for example, let me give you an example, right? So back when I was at Temple, I went to school with a famous. Well, he's a famous comedian now. I went to school with Naeem, right? I knew Naeem like shit, I've been knowing him since like '99, you know. And I met him through a mutual friend, and like uh, thing that's weird is every time I saw him, like we just gave each other dap. You know what I mean? And it didn't matter where we were, what we were doing. It was just like an acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? And there was like no one around, right? I remember like there would be times where uh like like we'd be going like in the opposite direction. Like I'd see him across the street and then we just would like naturally meet up in the street. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? That and then we just keep going our separate ways, you know what I'm saying? And I think the reason um why we like that all that time or whatever was because like I mean Temple was a big school and like I was socially awkward, you know what I'm saying? And I was like a loner, you know, and um for the most part, I mean, like I wouldn't say he was a loner, but it was like him and Spank were like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to see him and Spank um every morning on my way to class, you know, because I lived in Peabody and I would get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, to go to my first class, and they were always outside like they were always outside of 1940 in the morning, you know. And I would like that Naeem up there or whatever. And I really didn't know Spank like that, you know. Um, and then when it was around lunchtime, I'd be going to the student activity center, you know what I'm saying? And uh, they would be outside of the student activity center, you know. So those two were like this, like if you saw one, you saw the other. But the times when like he was like kind of like rolling by himself, if I saw him and he saw me, we would go out of each other's way to, you know, give that. You know what I'm saying? um, but he was like real quiet on campus. Like I didn't really, you know, it's funny to this day. Like we never had like a conversation, man. It's always been like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up, bro? What's going on?" You know, or if it's a boxing, or if it's a fight coming up, like I'd ask him like, you know, who you got in the fight coming up, and then he would kind of give his little, like he would give his take on the fight that's coming up or whatever, you know. Um, but nah, it's like, you know, like every time I see him, it's just like, you know, I give him that, you know what I'm saying? And and it's funny, man, because it's like like it'll be like one liners, you know what I'm saying? It's like no like deep conversation, nothing like that. But like I think I was at a restaurant somewhere one time and I didn't know he was even there. And he just tapped me on the shoulder. He was like, "Hey man, give me." He'd be like, "Hey man, order me a large fry." He's like, "Man, order me a large fry." I'd be like, "Oh, all right, got it." Boom, and I order and give it to him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that would constitute the dap. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be, "Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on?" He'd be like, "Man, give me some fries, man." I'd be like, "All right, bet." You know what I'm saying? Um, but but to me, it's like um, what makes that genuine is like like I said before, it's the location, right? Like well, I could see Naeem in the middle of a desert somewhere, and then we just gonna naturally dap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about, you know, showing off like that. It's not performative. It's just like, you know, hey, good to see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. Um, but yeah, but it's like if you're trying to like, I think I said this like multiple times, but really it's to me it's the location, right? And or it's the proximity or how many people are around, right? Um like I know some people that are only going to dap you when there's someone else that they want to meet that's in your group, or when there's like a lot of people around so they don't feel awkward. But if you see them like regularly or whatever around, they like they're not even gonna say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but now also too, man, like the one thing I don't like, man, is I'm gonna get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, so yeah, so when people give me the dap that I don't want, um, like I'll react different ways depending on the type of dap that is given to me, right? Like for example, let me get some water. My voice is getting parched. Hell, that shit would. I don't know why that just looked funny. I'm holding the shit with two hands like I'm thirsty and shit. Up here being stupid. Um, nah. So to me, it's like this, right? People can give you like if I get the dap that I don't want to get, um, I respond differently depending on like the intent, right? Like for example, um, there's this like one dap, right, that I finally got, right? But it's kind of like you do the dap, and when you do it, it's like you got to kind of make like the two-finger gun joint like this, whatever, right? And it's weird, right? And and it's like it's weird, like you got to know kind of like who is gonna do it, right? Um, like sometimes like I don't even know, like sometimes I don't even know the person like that, but I can tell by the vibe, like, oh, okay, yeah, I got to do this joint, right? Or when you, it's kind of like it's like a feel out process. You got to be like, okay, what's going on, right? But when they do that, right, like I don't necessarily want to give that kind of that, but if I do it and it's awkward, I'll run it back and be like, man, we gotta run that back, man. I'm like, man, that shit was awkward as shit. My bad, bro. And then we laugh at it and we have a good laugh and then we move on, right? But when people do the downgrading dap, I don't fuck with downgrading dap, nigga. Like the downgrading dap, I don't fuck with that shit. No sir. Like there's people where, you know, I'll dap them and we bring it in, you know what I'm saying? And then over time, it'll just be regular dap. That's cool. You know what I mean? Then it'll go to a fist bump. Like, nigga, what the fuck is this shit, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, and there's one comic, man. I know one person, man, where um they just kept downgrading my dap, yo. And then it got to the point to where he comes around trying doing the forearm dap. And I'm like, man, you can keep that shit, nigga. Like I don't even like, my thing is like it's like once you start downgrading my dap, I'm not even gonna make eye contact with you. You know what I'm saying? So like over time, if our dap just keeps like getting downgraded, yeah, I'm not even gonna look you like, I'm gonna see you coming from a distance. And when I see you approaching me from the distance, like I'm just not gonna make eye contact with you, man. Cause like why, it's like why burn calories giving half, like why burn calories giving half-ass dap if you don't want to give somebody dap? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're gonna show me that, hey, nigga, you are now here. Like first you were here, now you here. It's like, man, keep that shit moving, bro. Keep it pushing. I don't like, man, keep your dap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to turn into beef, but it's like if you come around to go out of your way to give me some downgraded dap, nigga, like I don't want to be in a situation where like I push your hand aside, right? So this is me like, here's the thing, right? Like I don't think about this shit like in real time, by the way, right? Like I don't process this in real time. I don't process this in real time, right? Like this is all a posteriori, you know what I'm saying, for my mathematicians out there, you know? Like this is me looking back on evidence and coming up with rationale as to why I am the way I am, right? But nah, like if you gonna downgrade my dap, nigga, keep that shit. That's how I feel. It's not beef. It's just okay. You don't fuck with me. Cool. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are three. Like there's different levels of like coolness, right? It's either you cool, you not cool, or there's beef. I don't got beef with nobody. Like I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when people want to come around and show you that they're downgrading you, you know, over time, it's like I'm gonna I'm gonna shield myself, right? I'm gonna shield myself and prevent things from escalating. Because if you come to me with that bullshit, nigga, I might be in a bad mood and I might just push your hand out the way. I'm like, get that shit out of here, man. And I don't want to do that, right? So that's why I just don't make eye contact. If we not cool, I'll just keep it pushing. Um, so so yeah, exactly. You can downgrade somebody's DAP without saying anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just downgrade that shit over time. You know what I mean? But here's the thing though, right? It's like if I if I like there are times when I have to do a fist bump DAP or a forearm DAP because like either I just washed my hands and there were no towels in the bathroom for me to, or there was no way for me to dry my hands. So I don't want to give somebody wet DAP. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird because now you got to wonder. I don't want the other person to wonder about, hey man, what the fuck is on your hands? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want people to like I don't want to have to explain myself, right? So if I don't have to like if I don't want to have to explain myself when I give DAP. It should just be real brief or whatever, right? So what I'll do um is like I'll do the forearm DAP and I might just say, hey man, look, I just washed my hands. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give DAP with wet hands and then have a motherfucker go, hey man, what's on your hands? And then you gotta be like, oh man, hey man, it's just water, believe me. Like nigga, I didn't piss on my hands and like you know, I don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's more I do it more out of convenience. Or like if I'm eating, right? I don't like to touch people's hands when I eat, right? So I'll be like, hey man, I'm eating, bro. But you know what I'm saying? And they get it. Or if I see somebody eating and if I walk into a room and, you know, I'm trying to show a form of endearment and I see that they're eating and I'm cool with that person, I'll be like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'll go in and give them a forearm dap then. But nigga, if your hands are clean and dry and we went from this to this and now you trying to do this shit, I'm like, man, keep that shit pushing, man. Get that shit out of here. Like I said, I'm not gonna make eye contact with you to avoid the awkwardness so there's no misunderstanding, you know? Um, so exact. So my thing is I am pre I am this is I'm not sure if this is even a correct way to say this, but I'm preemptive with my beef. Or I'm preemptive with my beef de-escalation. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to avoid beef. I'm trying to avoid unnecessary beef is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So um so to me it's like this, right? The people that deserve the uh the premium DAP, right? Or the performative DAP, the people that deserve those are um people that to me that you know pick up the phone and call you to see how you doing, you know what I'm saying? They check on you. Like those are the people that deserve that um that like premium DAP in my opinion, you know. But you know what's crazy is like people that are real with each other, like you don't even have to even do all that performative slash premium DAP. You know what I'm saying? Because the phone call or the text is the DAP. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just like kind of like a button. You know what I'm saying? But the but the text or the check-in text or the check-in phone call, nigga, that is the DAP. So there's no need to go out in public and be like, hey everybody, hey, we know each other. Hey. It was good, my brother. It was good. What's going on? And that's all they say. And then these niggas don't even text or call or nothing. just burning up all them calories for nothing. Just to show people that we cool with each other. Like, I'd rather just be cool with someone than to show other people that I'm cool with somebody. Like, that's just me, you know? Um, but at the end of the day, man, Dap should just communicate, man. Hey, you know, uh, you here, I'm here, we good, no weird energy, you know what I'm saying? Boom, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all like Dap should communicate in the first place. You know? It can also be a feeler. Like, one thing I want to say too is this, right? Is I I think location really matters with Dap, right? Location matters, right? Because if I'm in a venue around people or whatever, you know, if a stranger daps me, like, I'm gonna dap them up because I want to let them know I'm on no funny business. You know what I'm saying? I want the environment to feel inclusive, you know. And I um like, if I'm gonna be in this environment for some time, I don't want to keep looking over my shoulder and then wondering if, okay, this dude, if like me and this dude got beef now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really more of just like a temperature kind of check thing, you know what I'm saying? Um, like, me personally, I'm not gonna, like, if I'm in a venue, I'm not gonna walk up to someone and give stranger dap, you know what I'm saying? Or give a stranger dap because they don't know me or whatever. But if a stranger comes up to me in an environment, I'm gonna, you know, give them dap or be receptive to the dap, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, if you don't, now you're in this environment where shit is gonna be weird, you know? Um Now, where I don't dap people up at is in public. Like, if it's like in the open, or if I'm like going somewhere, if I'm like in transit, like if I'm in motion, right? Or if I'm in like transit, if I'm going from point A to point B, I don't dap strangers up, yo. I do not dap strangers up, man. Fuck that. And the reason why is that's how niggas get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Um, like, what'll happen is a lot of times is someone that's trying to rob you, right? They trying to like check like they're trying to check your temperature, right? They're trying to see like if you a sucker. Not even if you a sucker. They're trying to like disarm you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've heard stories where people would just, like, a stranger would just come and just come chop it up with them and come dap them up, and then at the last minute they'd be like, "Hey man, give me your shit," you know, and then you got to give it up. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I'm like, yo, when strangers come up to me, nigga, I'm like, stranger danger, nigga, get the fuck away from me. You know, um, like so back when I was in Temple in Philly, um, my boy said, I remember this, man. This shit was hilarious, but I learned from it. You know, like, me and him, we were going. It was like a Sunday morning, and we were getting ready to go watch some football games, and we were like walking down Broad Street, you know what I mean? And this dude was on the other side of the street, and he was like trying to cross the street towards us, you know? And he was like, "Hey, my man, hey, hey, my man, you got the time? Hey, my man, you got the time?" And my man said, calmly said this, right? Said was like he said it loud, but he was calm, right? He was like, "Yeah, it's time for you to get a watch, motherfucker." He was like, "Hey, my man, hey, hey, my man, you got the time?" Said was like, "Yeah, it's time for you to get a watch, motherfucker." And the dude was like, "Oh, all right, all right, all right." And we started laughing, but we knew that nigga was trying to check the temperature to see if he could rob niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, and I don't feel bad about that shit, man. Like, the other day, I was crossing the street, and this dude came out of nowhere and was trying to give me dap. Nigga, I was like, "Nigga, I don't know you. Fuck out of here." You know? Um, and that to me is like, at the end of the day, that's the society that we're in, man. It's like, if you give dap to strangers in public while you're in transit, you don't know what, like, them motherfucker could be trying to set you up or be trying to rob you and shit. But when people see that you ain't with that bullshit, they gonna keep it pushing because they want an easy target, right? People that rob niggas want easy targets, you know. And my thing is just don't give anyone an easy target. Um, so yeah, so when you're in an environment, you know, with other people, you know what I'm saying, um, DAP should communicate, hey man, peace and love, you know what I'm saying, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, we can chop it up, yada yada yada. Hey, welcome, or uh, hey, it's dope to be in this environment with you, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I ain't got no problem with you, you ain't got no problem with me, man, let's kick it. You know what I'm saying? That's what to me DAP should at least convey, you know. Now if you're in the open and you see someone that you know, it should be like, hey bro, good to see you, man. Hey man, what's going on? And what brings you on this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's like I acknowledge you, man. Like I'm glad to see you. I don't know why my voice got high. But hey, like if you're in public and you see somebody that you know, to me, DAP should be like, you know, hey man, good to see you. Hey man, hey, I see you on the grind. I see you hustling, you know. Hey, what you got going on? Or hey, what brings you on this side of town? Right? Just, you know, just um it should mean uh it should mean goodwill, right? If that's the word, if that's the right word to use, right? It should mean peace and love and goodwill. That's what it should mean. You know what I mean? Um, so anyways, like I said, man, AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. Like I said, I gotta get better at this part of the show. Yeah, it should mean peace and love. Um, this is me stalling while I try to find what I'm looking for here. Here we go. I think this is what I want. Boom. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, man, that should mean, you know, goodwill, peace and love. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Hey man, um, I said it again, peace and love, goodwill. Hey man, good to see you. That's all DAP should communicate. You know what I'm saying? Um, so anyways, like I said, AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. And with all that being said, without further ado, I'm out of here, folks. Peace. Tripping. Tripping with Theo Bowl.
Tripping with Theo Bowl.